Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Of course, I want to talk more about Bitcoin and of course crypto. Give you guys a little update what is happening with Bitcoin right now, because Bitcoin, okay, this morning is actually slightly dropping a bit more down to the downside. So real quick, I just came through this article. Okay, Bitcoin spot price action does a little to spook BTC options traders. So we know a lot of traders right now are in fact getting messed up. Okay, are in fact getting liquidated pretty much, right? And that is why a couple of days ago, okay, when we actually saw Bitcoin, okay, actually crashing a fair bit from about $70,000 all the way down to about, around $65,000. And of course, a lot of people got liquidated, almost $1 billion. And I believe it's over $1 billion now of money that were in fact liquidated. So as I see here, the 13.3% drop in Bitcoin price between April 12th and of course April 13th which was in fact, a couple of days ago, like I mentioned, forced many traders out, primarily those who had leveraged their positions. This significant movement triggered $387 million in forced liquidations of long positions and reduced the open interest by $5.4 billion. Okay, so that is obviously a lot of money, guys. Okay, so obviously, traders that are in fact trading into Bitcoin right now did in fact get liquidated. We have seen this many, many times. Okay, and this is why, guys, okay, I don't trade in Bitcoin or crypto as much, right? I am mainly a investor. I am not a trader, guys, okay? And this is one of the main reasons why I don't like to trade, right? But obviously with trading, if you actually know what you're actually doing, right, you'll obviously make a ton of money. But with trading into crypto, since this market is really, really volatile, it's really unpredictable what the market will do, in the next couple of hours and of course the next few days, right? We could see a massive dump and of course we could see a massive pump. We just really don't know, okay, like the predictions here with crypto, right, in general. So this is why, guys, one of the main reasons why I don't trade with Bitcoin and crypto, right? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with trading into crypto. I know many people myself that actually trade in crypto have made obviously, a ton of money, and that's because they know what they're doing, right? They're professionals. Okay, so understand, okay, the risk involved with trading in Bitcoin or crypto, guys. But yes, you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin right now is dropping further down to the downside, right? You guys can just clearly see that, okay, holding at $63,000. Yesterday we saw Bitcoin slightly having a pump up. You guys can just clearly see that, right? One here and one right here, and that's because the reason why we saw Bitcoin pumping up to about $66,000, back up slightly to 66K, is because of the news with Hong Kong, Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs being approved, right? So if you guys haven't seen my most previous video, you should definitely check that out. But yeah, that's obviously pretty bullish news, right? And that's obviously very bullish because new money is going to be forming into Bitcoin, right? More money, new money, I reckon billions of dollars is going to be forming into Bitcoin. And we know, guys, a lot of institutions already, like BlackRock, Fidelity, they're already buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, right? Of course, the Bitcoin halving event about to happen in, the next couple of days, like right around the corner. Everything is looking up for Bitcoin and crypto. Like you guys should be very, very bullish right now and not bearish. But yes, Bitcoin is actually dropping further down to the downside. We are in fact in the 1 hour time frame, and you guys can just clearly see Bitcoin is actually dropping for the past few hours. So someone out there is obviously selling more Bitcoin, right? Who knows who it is? It could be Wales, it could be Grayscale, who knows, guys, right? But someone out there is obviously selling Bitcoin. And the market today is down 3%. So for the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is down 4%, Ethereum is down over 1%, and you guys can just clearly see a lot of reds today, actually, for the past 24 hours. Majority of altcoins today are, in fact, in the reds. Okay, you guys can just clearly see that. So today, is in fact a great day to accumulate more crypto, right? Which is funny because yesterday we actually saw the market bouncing back up, but today, okay, it flipped the switch and it's going back down now. So that is that. Today's a great day to buy. But guys, breaking news, okay, this is actually pretty bullish. Germany's largest federal bank, LBBW, to offer Bitcoin and crypto custody services to fulfill increasing corporate demand. So this is pretty bullish, right? The largest, federal bank in Germany, okay, is in fact involving with Bitcoin and crypto, right? So that's massive. And we know, guys, it's funny because we know a lot of banks out there in the world don't like Bitcoin and crypto, right? Because we know Bitcoin, for example, is decentralized, right? The banks can't control or anything like that. So it's understandable why the banks hate Bitcoin and crypto, especially Bitcoin, right? But this is obviously, very, very bullish. So Bitcoin halving event, guys, very very, very important times right now. 4 days, 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 13 seconds till we see the next Bitcoin halving event. So this is obviously very, very exciting times, guys. Okay, very, very exciting times. This is exactly, what we all have been waiting for. So Bitcoin halving cycle block rewards is obviously going to be cut in half now, right? So these Bitcoin miners, their rewards, okay, are in fact going to be cut in half. And I told you guys, this is a 4-year cycle. Pretty much every 4 years, the block rewards get cut in half, right? So for these Bitcoin miners, it's going to be pretty much harder and harder and harder to, get these Bitcoin rewards. So understand every 4 years it reduces the reward miners that they receive for verifying transactions by pretty much 50%, right? So every 4 years it gets cut in half, which is pretty much obviously 50% of it. So you guys can clearly see throughout the years, you guys can clearly see the block rewards do in fact get cut in half, right? So just look at 2028 to 2032. It's going to be 1.5 Bitcoin. And that's going to be insane, guys. Okay, so obviously it's going to be harder and harder and harder for these Bitcoin miners to get the rewards pretty much, right? Because every 4 years, it gets reduced pretty much, right, by 50%. So it gets completely cut in half. Okay, so getting into these Bitcoin charts, guys. Okay, starting off with this one, Bitcoin right now, yes, it's not really moving. In fact, yes, it's breaking down, right? If we go to the daily time frame, okay, y'all can just clearly see Bitcoin, right? It's still, holding strong at this level. You guys can just clearly see that actually, right? It's still holding very strong at this level, okay? But it's not really moving so far. But understand, if we go to the weekly time frame, it's still looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is just taking a little breather, even though yes, it is obviously breaking down right now. But understand, corrections are in fact healthy, guys. Dips are healthy. Understand that. So understand, Bitcoin is taking a little breather. Understand, just a couple of months ago, okay, we were begging for Bitcoin to reach, $60,000. Above $60,000 for Bitcoin, for us to see Bitcoin reaching, $69,000, its previous all-time highs back in 2021. And of course, it surpassed that. Okay, one time we saw Bitcoin at, over $73,000. That was in fact, Bitcoin's new all-time high. And now since Bitcoin is in fact having a correction, it's pretty much down 10K from its previous all-time high, right? 73K, okay, to 63K, where it is right now. It's down $10,000. A lot of people are in fact freaking out. But understand, guys, Bitcoin has pumped so much, right? You guys can just clearly see that. We are in fact in the weekly time frame. You guys can just clearly see how much Bitcoin has pumped, especially in February, right? It pumped over 43% in February, almost 50%, right? Just in that month. So understand, it's understandable why Bitcoin is in fact having a correction right now, okay? Especially with the global event that's happening right now, right? With the war that's breaking out and whatnot, right? Our liquidations and whatnot. It's understandable why it is in fact having a drop. But I'm telling you this right now, do not be fooled. Okay, do not be fooled. Okay, these guys, Okay, especially people like BlackRock. They want to take your Bitcoins. We know that, right? They want to simply take your Bitcoins. These big institutions that are in fact accumulating into Bitcoin every single day, they want to take your Bitcoins. Do not sell your Bitcoins. Do not panic. Do not be fooled, guys. Okay, this is what they want. Okay, so understand what you guys should do is accumulate more, buy more Bitcoin, and most importantly, hold your Bitcoins, right? Do not be fooled, guys. They are trying to trap you. Okay, for all my Bitcoin holders out there, do not be fooled. They are trying to trap you. Continue to DCA slash accumulate into Bitcoin, and most importantly, hold your Bitcoins, right? But yes, understand Bitcoin is in fact taking a little breather right now. It's not really doing much, but soon enough, okay, once the halving event happens, right, we're gonna see Bitcoin having a beautiful run up. Okay, not just Bitcoin, also altcoins. When our alt season is obviously, right around the corner. So understand the real bull market starts post halving. And you guys can clearly see here from this chart by Mags, our most previous Bitcoin halving event back in 2020. Okay, you guys can just clearly see, okay, we had that Bitcoin halving event. Okay, we didn't see Bitcoin pump straight away, right? It actually consolidated and then it pumped slightly and then I had a correction. Okay, and that correction was pretty much a black swan event because of pretty much COVID, I believe, right? Or maybe earlier back down here. But then after that, it pumped. And that's exactly what we are in fact going to see. We're not going to see Bitcoin pump straight away. Understand that, guys. Once the Bitcoin halving event actually happens, we are not going to see Bitcoin pump straight away. Okay. In fact, it could potentially not even move at all. It will consolidate and then it'll pump slightly and then it will drop and then it'll pump. So that's why I've been telling guys, most likely, around July or August, that's when the real bull run will begin for Bitcoin, towards the end of this year in 2024. Okay. And that's why I really do believe, we're going to easily see a 100K Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2024, 100%. So get ready for that, you guys. Okay. But yes, just like what I talked about in my most previous video about Hong Kong, approving Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. This is obviously very, very big news, huge news for Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So this is obviously very, very bullish. So we know what is happening right now with that. And I want to show you guys a little clip here. It's actually pretty interesting. So it says here, a huge Bitcoin ETF ad on electronic billboard in Hong Kong, right? So let me just show you guys this clip. This is actually pretty interesting.
About Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. Well, check this out. There's a giant Bitcoin ad right now talking about the ETF that's imminent in Hong Kong. There's definitely a lot of attention going on here because at the end of the day, when these ETFs launch, they need people to buy, right? So more and more ads, more and more attention, and Hong Kong's trying to push itself to be the center of Web3. So in this financial hub with so many people, we're gonna see more of this. A lot of you guys have been asking about Bitcoin.
So that's very, very bullish, guys. And we know, like, for example, in the US, okay, when the first Bitcoin ETFs were approved, in the US, right, with BlackRock and Fidelity and whatnot, around like 10 to 11 of them, in New York and whatnot, a lot of these billboards were in fact doing the exact same thing, right? So it's amazing that Hong Kong is doing that, right? Showing, advertisements for, Bitcoin ETFs and whatnot in Hong Kong. You guys can just clearly see a lot of people are in fact over there, right? Walking in that busy street. So very, very bullish, guys. Okay, very, very bullish. I'm telling you guys right now, new money is in fact obviously going to be forming into Bitcoin. Okay, everyone's getting into Bitcoin. Everyone is getting into Bitcoin, right? So that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. That is always appreciated. I will obviously keep you guys updated on what's going on with Bitcoin, but so far Bitcoin is slightly dropping even more. But as I told you guys many, many times, do not be fooled. All my Bitcoin holders out there watching this video right now, do not be fooled by this. Okay, they are trapping you. They're trying to spook you out. What you should do instead is buy more, accumulate more, DCA most importantly, and most importantly actually hold, right, your Bitcoin. So that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.